Before we get into the race today, I'd just like to apologize in advance because this race, this video, completely lacks quality. It is, rather unfortunately, a joke. This race is just like Bristol and Darlington. It's marred by a bunch of stupid spins, crashes, cautions. So, it's once again going to be a very disappointing race under the lights here at Richmond. I don't like Richmond. Richmond doesn't like me. Whatever. We'll just write it off and just run through the motions, you know. Hello everyone and welcome to Richmond International Raceway in Richmond, Virginia for the Chevy Rock and Roll 400. And look at that, it's a Chevy on pole today. Gerald Pepper, two-time race winner, now a pole sitter. Very good stuff there. He starts alongside Leroy Jenkins in a Dodge. Now, the previous race at Richmond was the Pontiac Excitement 400. And, yeah, Pontiac did not win that race. UAW Daimler Chrysler 400, not won by a Dodge, and the Dodge Save Mark 350 was also not won by a Dodge. So, I think the boys in Las Vegas are going to be betting on everybody except for the Chevys today in the Chevy Rock and Roll 400. But yeah, that's Gerald Pepper starting on pole. I mean, just imagine that. Another Chevy starts in the second row. Mo Zane alongside the Pontiac of Lilost. We've got two Dodges in the third row, Davis and Allen. We've got Özkan, Evans, White, Franco, Cropley, Burnett. I'm going to start saying Burnett because apparently that's correct. Flobo, Voiles, Morgan, the Goat, Taiki, Abrahamian, Smith, Reggie Fogelman, Wolf, Santos, Amaya, Bracken, Johnson, Jana Fogelman. Yeah. Harvey, Whitlock, Spurley, PK, Monaco, Langestein, Wells, Lego, Charbois, Thomas, Hicks, Sound, and Schonewald rounds up the field. Now, apparently, both White and Franco didn't get the memo about the fact that they're now mathematically ineligible to win the championship because they both start in the fifth row today. And Reagan Whitlock also has a good qualifying position, I believe. Actually, not really. She's starting near the tail end of the field. But yeah, Whitlock also one of those drivers that's it would be it's basically impossible for her to win the championship, except by, I don't know, like even if Patrick Smith were like to get assassinated outside of a McDonald's or a Krispy Kreme in Virginia tonight, he'd probably still, well, he wouldn't. Yeah, no, he wouldn't lose. He would lose the championship probably, but it would still be impossible for White, Whitlock, or Franco to win the championship. Johnson is 37th and is definitely in danger of also being knocked out mathematically, which is why we bring her up, because we were running the numbers again. And of course, I'm recording this after the this race has already been done and stuff. So I know the standings. I've run the numbers again. So we'll find out if Johnson's able to make it. Hang on by a thread, really. So, 100 laps around Richmond. I've already told you about what this race is going to be like in the, well, what we call a cold open, I suppose. It's going to be a major disappointment, I think. It's just going to be tons and tons of cautions. Hardly any green flag racing. Lots of stupid crashes. And, yeah, no exciting action, really. During the few and brief green flag spells that we see in this race. So, we'll just get you ready for that. I genuinely forget most of the things that happen in this race, but also, I don't have a good time because I don't like this track. I'm just not good at it. I don't know why. Doesn't seem like it should be that difficult, but anyways, green flag is out. We are underway. Gerald Pepper leading the field. It's a very good start from him. That's to go diving into turn one, trying to make up some positions here. Getting into Cropley there. Burnett gets sent up the racetrack. Cropley survives. The goat in front of him now. And, yeah, continuing to try to weave his way through the field here. He is making it 3 wide once again. Franco, Allen, and Evans. The goat goes spinning, locking up the tires there. He manages to save it. Cropley able to get back past him once again. So, wow, the goat not immediately spinning and bringing out a caution on lap 1. Look at it, 3 wide in the background. Of course, we missed it because of the damn pace car, but look at this. We've got Tyke, Reggie Fogelman, and Burnett running side by side. Burnett, that is, Ebrahimian, Smith, and Floto as well. Through turns 3 and 4 here. Oh, spinning once again. I think there was some spinning once again. That's just a goat locking up his tires, actually. No fuel stops necessary in this race, but tire stops, on the other hand, will probably be a must. 3 wide once again with Jenkins, Austin, and Evans. Those drivers in front of the goat. The goat a bit unsettled exiting turn 2 there, and trying to orient himself on the backstretch there. Cropley running into his rear end. We can't know that he's running faster. Goat shifts to the outside line. Trying to get past Leroy Jenkins now. Even if here's the thing, if I set the wedge, too far to the inside, well, yeah, negative wedge, then I spin. When I add positive wedge, then I'm too tight. I hate it, you know? I cannot just for the life of me seem to get a problem. By the way, I don't know what brought this on, but I guess I have maybe some allergies or something. Spring's coming. It's gotten much hotter now. And yeah, that's the goat. Ooh, spinning his way through turn 4 there. Getting into Cropley. Bit of damage to the left side. Scraping the outside wall once again. But no caution, fortunately. So, maybe I was wrong about this race in the beginning. Yeah, lots of damage to that left side of the goat's car. And most likely going to be a tire mark as well on the outside. No, doesn't seem to be any of those. Yeah, as you can see, Max Davis up into second now. Leroy Jenkins was getting passed by the goat, actually. So, wait. No, apparently Jenkins had a really bad start from second place. Oh, that's Austin spun around, and we're under caution for the first time tonight. What brought this on? Let's have a look. Okay, so not only is Brittany White, oh, okay, no, the caution was already out, but anyways, Brittany White taking the opportunity to spin Lyle Austin out while we're under caution. How about that? Ooh, lots of damage to Christian Bracken's car there. Oh, we missed something major here. How did this happen? Okay, what brought this? Seriously, what brought? Oh, what is this? Yes, Cropley. Okay, but Tyke and Voiles are on the inside for some reason. Did they LePage the field? They basically, okay, so they dove to the inside for some reason, and then they proceeded to LePage the field. So, the first caution of the night not caused by the goat. Allen, Ebrahimian, Morgan, and Burnett caught up. Bracken suffering what looks like race-ending damage. Sadly, Jana Fogelman possibly as well. Jana Fogelman getting beaten around like a pinball, unfortunately. So yeah, again, to reiterate, not caused by the GOAT, but this really does set the tone for the night, because this was really dumb. And poor Christian Bracken suffering here. Gerald Pepper continues to hold the lead from Max Davis. Man, still in the caution? Yeah. So yeah, it looks like Ibrahimian's still in the race, but yeah. Is Joe Allen out? Nope. Allen and Burnett are still in the race. Bracken and Morgan have retired after the crash on lap 7, 6, I don't know. Again, these, I don't know, seriously, I don't know what brought this on, but all of a sudden my nose is stuffed. I don't get it. Goat, by the way. The goat's in the back of the field. He had a long pit stop, I imagine, because he had to repair the damage. But lap 12, and we are underway once again. Probably gonna have to stay in spectator view here to see if anything else dumb happens anywhere around the racetrack here. Of course, all eyes will be on the goat, who's running into Lego's car and sliding through turn 2 there. Gerald Pepper leads another lap. That's nice. Good stuff. Things 3 wide here. White, Özkan, and Zane. To reiterate, yeah, White did not get the memo. Neither did Franco, who's continuing to insist on running in the top 10 along with White. These drivers could not do that for their lives at any other point in the season, but now that they have no chance of winning the title, now all of a sudden they decide to, you know, pull off the sandbags. Jana Fogelman looks like she was exiting the pits there. Okay, but yeah, seriously, like bitter disappointment in their whole seasons, and now all of a sudden they're actually performing, keeping themselves in the top 10 and not just getting absolutely dusted. I mean, they have to have good cars, obviously, if they've qualified so well, and they had to perform well in those good cars. But yeah, well, at the end of the day, these guys have a job, and they are doing their duty. So I don't know. Obviously, when I said that, I thought of the rather terrible toilet joke from Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, kids' movies are so dumb. Things are bad. The GOAT is not having a good time. The GOAT is not having a good time. He's at the tail end of the field and not just cutting his way through the way that he was able to with a damaged car and damaged engine at Darlington. Man. Max Davis, meanwhile, continuing to follow closely behind Gerald Pepper here. Gerald Pepper holding his own and leading every single lap so far this race. We're under caution once again. Car's out in turn 1. Oh, dearie me. Okay, so it all seems to start with Whitlock and Jenkins. So, okay, so starting lap 17. Spurley turns Jenkins' car. Whitlock gets collected. Jenkins goes into the wall. Samaya gets a piece. Shot of all this weld. Samaya goes upside down. Charlebois, Ebrahimian, Thomas Langestein involved. Someone else, I think. Salin? Yeah, Salin. But the GOAT was able to survive, which is unfortunate. Yeah, let's yeah. Remember, like, the Pepsi 400 when I was screaming into the mic? I was able to do that because I was home alone, and it was the morning, and, you know, yeah, but now it's, you know, now I'm recording this at night when everybody's at home, and in fact, they'll probably be heading to sleep soon, so I really can't afford to be screaming at the top of my lungs what's going on. And I say, hey, yay, 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 hey, yay, yay. I said, hey. Whitlock rolling over just for apparently no good reason. Like, seriously, what is this? What was this crash? This whole race is a joke. I'm going to continue to reiterate this. And, I mean, just look. That was ridiculous, but yeah. That's Gil Samaya's race over, unfortunately. Perhaps more unfortunately, the GOAT was somehow able to escape this carnage in turn 1. Unscathed on lap 17. fact, we're right on board with the GOAT. And see just how he managed to get by. You'd think slash hope that this dumbass would pile straight into the, you know, into the absolute concatenation of crap. With all these cars stuck here like this, but yeah, okay. On the caution once again. For some reason, they appear to take 4 laps. Spoiler alert, Harvey and Charlebois are going to continue entering and exiting the pits for the rest of the race. And the GOAT being at the back of the field is going to also continue to serve as some sort of consistent feature of this race. So, more retirements. I believe Ebrahimian, yes? As well as, or is Ebrahimian still in the race? No, Ebrahimian, I believe, is out of the race. Yep. Sad. As are Trickle, Trickle, Lego, Shaunavald, and Samaya. So, both Jasper Motorsports cars, as if they already seem to be suffering in this latter half of the season, are out of the race. We're back on the way here on lap 23 at Richmond. Gerald Pepper to lead the field once again. Alan Burnett, Jenkins, and Jana Fogelman on the inside line. Max Davis and Lucas Evans. These three have been at the top of the field for in a lot of these recent races. Of course, Lucas Evans has yet to win a race. Max Davis has won. Gerald Pepper has 2 wins. So, yeah. Okay, so Charlebois and Harvey come into the pits again. We alluded to that already. Soon find out if things are looking really dumb for the GOAT. Lucas Evans starting to fall behind here. Adalberto Franco runs 4th in front of Colin Cropley. And Jana Fogelman, well, she's stuck behind, you know, Brittany White is stuck behind Jana Fogelman. She sends her into the wall. Okay. Well, that wasn't very nice. Are we under caution again? Yes, we are. Well. Brittany White. Something's got into her, I tell you. Something has gotten into this driver of the number 1 car. The number 1 car looking more like number 40 for most of the season. But yeah, as we were saying, it seems like, in fact, Özkan and Wolf are both able to get past Brittany White before the line there from lap 25. And Jana Fogelman, of course, is in Brittany White's way, so she just sends her into the wall in turn 1. Again, the GOAT able to avoid that car. Disappointment strikes the fans of the GOAT's misfortunes once again. Schadenfreude for the win at Richmond today. Oh my day. What? Hurry up and pan over to the pace car. There we go. Alright, so we'll restart here. So Jana Fogelman is still in the race. And yeah, this caution was more or less pointless for that reason. The GOAT's still at the back of the field. Charlebois and Harvey still in and out of pit road for God knows what reason, but we're back underway. The same 4 cars on the inside line. The same 5 cars in the top 5 when we restart. Those being Pepper, Davis, Evans, Franco. Oh dear, what the hell is going on? Now Brittany White is the one getting sent for a ride on the inside line there. I believe that either Zane or Wolf made that contact there, but yeah, White going to insist on remaining in the top 10. Fair play, fair dinkum to White and Franco. And is it Whitlock still in the race as well? Yeah, Whitlock is at the back of the field, but she's also still in the race. How about that? Meanwhile, the GOAT trying to get into the top 20 at least here. Perhaps he's finally found a decent set for the car. Is looking really slow there. Back end stepping out of turn 4 and down the front stretch. Those happy days there, and we missed Davis, overtaking Gerald Pepper for the lead because we were too busy focusing on the GOAT. Quality content, I tell you. Quality content. That is why you watch this channel. Davis making it look easy. Overtakes of the week for Max Davis. Lucas Evans still appears to be falling behind, but losing time to the leaders. Of course, they slowed each other down a little bit, fighting each other before. 33% of the race distance. The Goat's still unable to get anywhere near Wells or PK. Sean LeBois rejoins the track in front of the Goat. Again, I'm not having a good time. I'm driving so slowly. I feel like an idiot. I genuinely feel like an idiot for not being able to drive this track properly. I genuinely just don't understand why it's so difficult for me. I have little problem with Bristol. I mean, I spin out all over the show in Bristol, but you know, at least I know how to drive it. It's the same thing with New Hampshire. Like, I just can't drive New Hampshire. I have the same problem with both of these tracks. I just keep spinning out. So it's not fun. We're in the caution once again. Why are we in the caution? I think something with Johnson and Langenstein, possibly? Let's have a look. Yes. Okay. Wait, where's the Goat? Oh, he's back here. Okay, so Jenkins gets into Burnett, and then Johnson and Erskine get collected. Wells gets by without too much damage. The Goat once again survives. Survives another incident. This is outrageous. Look at that. Erskine almost coming right across the Goat's direction, the path, the trajectory, but when he hits into Wells' car, Wells really saving the Goat there. Erskine gets sent back, facing the right direction, it seems like. And, yeah, Langenstein got collected as well. Oh, man. Huh. Finally. Some excitement. Leader's finally on pit road. I need a drink. We're 20 minutes in. We're not at lap 50. This has already been the worst race of the season. Without question. At least Bristol and Darlington sort of existed or whatever, but like this race has just been a joke. Pepper just driving straight through the stop-go man. Wells, Evans, Franco beating Cropley. Here's Monaco coming out of nowhere. The Goat managing to get out past Tyke and Zane. Austin White, Spurley in the mix. Wolf, Sato, Wells, Flogo, Smith, Reggie Fogelman, PK, Hicks, Langenstein, Sallin exiting pit road. Voila's out just now. There's Özkan. Johnson, Whitlock, and Thomas enter the pits. There's Joe Allen. Jana Fogelman's still out on the track. Burnett comes in. Jenkins is still out there. Well, for some reason, Pepper stepping out in front of Davis. I don't have no idea what he was doing, making his little expedition to the inside of the racetrack, but whatever. Alright. Apparently Jana Fogelman's unlapped herself, so she'll be leading the field. But yeah, Pepper back into the race lead, ahead of Davis. Evans still third. Franco up to fourth, past Cropley. Monaco and the Goat up to 6th and 7th. Zane 8th. Here come, your lapped cars. Tyke and Austin round out your top 10. All eyes on the Goat here. When we restart, in fact, let's just skip straight to it. Let's see how he does. Getting past Monaco, getting past Cropley. Pepper boxed in with Jana Fogelman and Langenstein. Goat unable to make the move stick on Cropley, actually. And Monaco following very closely behind, making lots of contact at the rear bumper there, setting him out of the way. I think Monaco had got a touch on his rear end himself from Lyle Austin. That's the Goat sliding up to the outside, and just unable to take that corner properly, slowing down his teammate Zane. Austin and White easily past him. Wolf, Spurley as well. Yeah, the Goat. Okay. Yeah, the Goat finally in the top 10 has let that advantage evaporate because he just cannot keep up. He is out of his station here. Smith about to get past as well. Meanwhile, Tyke trying to make the overtake on Zane here. 3 wide of Reggie Fogelman. And Reggie Fogelman on the inside behind the Goat here. Goat locking up a little bit. Reggie Fogelman getting revenge, taking the goat out. We're under caution yet again. This time it is for the goat. And, well, unfortunately, neither Thomas nor Whitlock decided to, you know, slam into the goat's car. Fair play to them, but, I mean, oh, Johnson is around for some reason. What? Johnson. Where is Johnson? Here we go. Okay. So that was interesting. Instead, both cars, instead of going into running into the goat's car, run into Johnson's instead. This has been nothing short of farcical. This entire race. This entire race has just been a farce. Somehow Evans took the lead. How did this happen? How did this come about? Obviously, the lap traffic must have contributed to it, but he must have just come straight out of nowhere. Seriously, how did this happen? Yeah, Pepper and Davis stuck on the outside line for most of that restart. That's cool. Now, Adalberto Franco second. What is he doing there? The goat back into the back of the field. Then we restart. It's gonna be Evans, Franco, and Cropley, Monaco, then Pepper and Davis, Austin, White, Wolf, and Spurley. Those are gonna be your top 10. Starting lap 50 now. Slowly but surely approaching the halfway point of this race. I can't believe we've been here this long already. This has been such a joke. Charlebois still coming in and out of the pits. And this is going to be a really dumb expression, but as Scott Wallace once said, this is really beginning to get my goat. I seriously have no idea what that means. But it is a wind-up. It is a wind-up. That is another Scott Wallace quote. As are most of the quotes that I end up throwing around in my videos inevitably. Lucas Evans leads another lap. Very nice. Franco's still in second. No real challenge to that position from anyone else. I thought I saw the yellow lights flashing once again. Cropley third, Monaco fourth, Pepper fifth, Davis sixth, Austin seventh, White eighth, Wolf ninth, Spurley 10th, Patrick Smith in the action somewhere. Not quite sure, but Brittany White still in the top 10. Eli Wolf goes spinning and we're under caution. Again. Spurley decided to just take him out. And apparently race control thought it was time to throw the yellow flag once again. Not even gonna bother. We're back underway. Charlebois entering the pits again. Franco's still second. And Monaco, Pepper, and Davis. Austin, White, Smith, and Zane, your top 10. Wolf's at the back of the field, naturally. Goat's still languishing here. He's up into the top 20 finally. That was definitely not the correct line to turn 4 there. 41 laps to go. Slowly but surely getting to the business end of this joke of a race. Chevy rock and roll, more like Chevy bore and snore. This has been dreadful. The goat nearly getting taken out by Rocky Johnson. The goat being outpaced by Rocky Johnson. That's the crux of the matter here. There's your problem. That's your first issue. Rocky Johnson able to get past the GOAT because the GOAT just cannot perform at this racetrack today. Amy Hicks gets past as well. And hell, Joe Allen could very well get past the GOAT. And yes, that is more of a statement about the GOAT than Joe Allen, who, to be fair, yeah, despite mostly being at the back of the field for most of the season, has had a good string of top finishes. You know, good qualifying performances, good race results. Not exactly the best finisher, but I think he has a top 10 here or there. I genuinely forget. Charleville out of the pits once again. Evans still leads. Franco and Cropley. Pepper still 4th. Davis 5th. Austin 6th. Monaco falling to 7th for God knows what reason. Reggie Fogelman 8th. Sato 9th. How about that? And Taiki 10th. Where'd Sato come from? No idea. Sato's also been a disappointment this season. Truth hurts. Okay, Jenna Fogelman and Rocky Johnson have smoking engines. Do I even need to know? And yet again, the GOAT gets passed. Man. Well, the caution hasn't been thrown yet, but it will be in a moment. There we go. So, Fogelman and Johnson out of this race. Jana Fogelman, that is. Yeah. GOAT at the back of the field and coming into the pits yet again. I think at this point, all the fans in the grandstands are entitled to refunds, because this has been nothing short of subpar. Let's just get back into it. Your top 10: Evans, Franco, Cropley, Pepper, Davis, Monaco, Austin, Reggie Fogelman, Sato, and Taiki. Run through your field in a sidebar. Let's rewind it back here. Again, there really is no business where these people should be doing that. Davis getting held back by Leroy Jenkins, who is 2 laps down. Are you kidding me? Why are we in the caution again? Did the GOAT spin out? Is that why we're in the caution? I'm done. I'm rage quitting. This is I'm at my limit. I'm at my limit here. I am livid. The GOAT insisting on continuing this race despite having what seems like a fat chance in hell of getting anything out of this contest here. Pretty sure top 10 is exactly the same. Sato's been able to get past Reggie Fogelman. Davis has lost position to Monaco and Austin, but whatever. Adalberto Franco still in second. 24 laps to go. To be fair, this might actually end up being a shorter video because we've been skipping through all these yellow flag laps here. The GOAT up at the 22nd. Big whoop. He got passed by Joe Allen. That's how bad it is. I mean, he can't catch up to Montero Salin. Not Mo Salin, Montero Salin. Whose name rhymes with Joe Allen. Apparently that was a joke there. That's cool. Well, look at this. Colin Cropley making a move for second. Trying to get past Adalberto Franco. He has support from Gerald Pepper behind, but also Chris Harvey, who's 7 laps down, is getting in his way. Harvey has no business being on the track. A ton of people should have retired from this race already. There are a number of retirements from this race. There are 29 cars left on track, when really there should be only about 25 at this point, to be honest, to be frankly. But yeah, Colin Cropley's made the move stick, and Gerald Pepper's also been able to get past Alberto Franco. Mostly thanks to Harvey's shenanigans. Franco falling down to 4th. But, well, still in the top 5. That counts for something, I think. But yeah, out of this race are Johnson, Jana Fogelman, Flobo, Voiles. What happened to those guys? Whatever. Bohemian, Tricklefoot, Lego, Shadowvault, Samaya, Bracken, and Morgan. Hell, I don't even remember Morgan crushing out. There's a lot I forget about this race, but Gerald Pepper having a look at second place here, finally seeing some action here. Up at the front, Pepper beats Crappie to the line, takes second place once again. Meanwhile, Max Davis trying to catch up here. He runs 5th right now, ahead of Austin, Taiki, Monaco, Reggie Fogelman, and Sato in your top 10. Finally pushing Brittany White out, it looks like. Sato has some support from Mo Zane behind. Seems like Davis has also been able to get past Chris Harvey. Lyle Austin next in that little line. And Gerald Pepper holds second, but has quite a long way to go if he wants to catch up to Lucas Evans here. Allegedly, we're still green. 16 laps to go. That could very well change very soon. Let's have a look at your lap times. As you can see, Max Davis put in the fastest lap of the race so far, 21.6. Pepper and Evans both have 21.7 lap times. Franco, Cropley, Monaco, Austin, 21.8. Wolf and White, 21.9. We start seeing 22-second lap times with Mo Zane. Then Simon Özkan, Sato the GOAT, surprisingly. Trickle, who's out of the race. Taiki Voyle is also out. Then Smith, Shadowvault, and Flobo, those two also out of the race. And then just under 22.1 seconds there is Riley Spurley. There's smoke in the air once again. Probably just to go locking up once again. Whatever. Oh God. And next after this is New Hampshire again. Don't expect anything out of that race either. I don't, you know, I like the state of New Hampshire. I don't like New Hampshire International Speedway, or Motor Speedway, which is what it's called nowadays, because I can't drive it properly. Exact same way I can't drive this track properly for whatever reason. It just hates me. As do, you know, what's that now? Oh, the GOAT. Okay, the GOAT actually did spin there, but whatever. We're not in the caution, so who cares? Evans about to lap the GOAT, who, yeah, really should just give up at this point. It's obvious that, yeah, also like Richmond. Yeah, Richmond doesn't like me. That is this Darlington, it seems. Pocono, not really either. Man. So the GOAT's been lapped by Lucas Evans. 10 laps to go. So done with this. Lucas Evans is running away from the field now. Gerald Pepper left in the dust. Franco back up to 3rd ahead of Cropley. Davis still running 5th. Top 5 able to get past the GOAT. Is getting overtaken for position by Reagan Whitlock, and that really is just a nail in the coffin. That really is just the ice axe in the back of the head. If anybody gets that reference. Lucas Evans had 4 consecutive second place finishes in this latter half of the season. With 8 laps to go, he's finally looking on for his first race win of the season. Cool. Well, the GOAT's in the pits once again. Spoiler alert. Something stupid happens. In the pit summary page, F9, repair damage has been set to no. So I push the space bar to switch it to yes, and I get stuck in pit road for the rest of the race. I can't escape. And it's not as if I'm gonna restart this race. So yeah. At some point someone gets spun out, and there's another caution. Let's fly to the field and see if we find it. Yeah, there we go. PK gets taken out by Mathis Wells. Leroy Jenkins gets collected. The caution is out. Leroy Jenkins leads the lap and he wins the race. Good stuff. Alright. Well, we've finally been put out of our misery. Congratulations to Lucas Evans. What a shit show. Lucas Evans wins today, led 58 laps, and he gets the bonus 10 points. Very good stuff. Gerald Pepper started on pole, has to settle for second today. But, yeah, still a good performance. Alberto Franco, again, did not get the memo. Finished third after starting ninth. How about that? Max Davis, fourth. And Colin Cropley with another top five, finally. Lyle Austin, sixth. Arya Taiki, seventh. Eric Monaco, eighth. Reggie Fogelman, ninth. And Agata Sato, 10th today. Zane, Spurley, Smith, Özkan, Wolf, Hicks, White, Allen, Wells, and Sallin round out your top 20. Thomas last of the lead lap finishers. Whitlock, Langenstein, and Burnett finished one lap down. Pecan Jenkins crashed out on lap 94. Harvey came home 7 laps down. The GOAT 9 laps down. Charlebois 20 laps down. Rocky Johnson and Jana Fogelman crashed out around lap 62. Flobo and Voiles, lap 45. We missed it. Whatever. Ebrahimian, Trickle, Futlega, Shaunavald, and Samaya crashed out around lap 17 or so. And Christian Bracken and Steve Morgan were the first cars out of this race. Before the 10 lap mark. Look at that. 9 cautions, 45 laps. Felt like, yeah, really just did feel like most of the race was under caution, which statistically it wasn't, but sure certainly felt like it, I tell you what. 3 lead changes over 3 drivers. Max Davis able to lead 6 laps today. Once again, unable to win at Richmond. Remember, he was leading most of the early Richmond race in the season before Arya Taiki managed to get past him and win. Taiki with a 7th place finish today. Perhaps he can be content with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, no surprise here. Johnson DNF today and is out of the running for the championship. Sato hanging on by 8 points, considering the best case scenario, as mentioned, that being 10 185-point finishes for Sato and 10 last place finishes for Smith without any extra points. Yeah. Patrick Smith's lead once again shortened ever so slightly. Eric Monaco within 121 points of your current points leader here. Samaya still in third despite DNFing today, which is really a testament to his consistency this season. Trickle managed to get past Bracken despite the fact that both DNF'd today. Trickle scored just barely more points than Bracken actually as a result. Voiles 6th, also DNF'd today. Davis 7th, bumping the GOAT down to 8th. Spurley 9th and Harvey 10th. Then we have Özkan, Wolf, Evans finally up there, approaching the top 10. Wells, Burnett, Reggie Fogelman, Thomas, Morgan, Taiki, and PK, who always seem to be next to each other, both in races and in the point standings. If you haven't seen PK and Wolf, the dynamic duo, very much in the latter half of the season. But yeah, remember when Wolf was leading? I know he's 630 points behind Smith. What a shame. Your bottom 20 are Shaunavald, Langenstein, Cropley, Pepper, who jumps up to 24th after his 2nd place finish today. Flobo, Zane, Fogelman, Hicks, Jenkins, Sallin, Charlebois, Austin, Allen, Futlega, Ebrahimian, Sato, Johnson, White, Whitlock, and Franco. So yeah, despite finishing 5th today, Franco's still in 40th. White and Whitlock still at the bottom of the table. That's just how far gone they were. Despite the fact that they all finished the race today in a much higher position than is typical for them. Oh, that's the wrong one. Their standings, their position in the points did not improve at all. Yeah, White 17th, Franco 3rd, and Whitlock 22nd. Wow. Any hope for this world? Who knows? Yeah, probably. Next race, the Sylvania 300 at New Hampshire International Speedway. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. I really have to put myself through this again. I got to. I don't have any choice. I just gotta go out there and do it. Just loosen up and be tight at the same time. It's been Hanafuda. It's been a time and a half, an honor. And I will see you in the next video.